get it. Let's get it. Let's get it. Man, we telethon and we're doing kingdom business today. Hey, we're back from Sukkot. Everybody's getting settled. True scriptures going throughout the entire world. The division, the sword is happening when? Right now. Man, this thing is happening right now. And y'all know it. Big shout outs. Let's do some shout outs before we get going here. Who's here early in the telethon? Remember, go to tsinfo.org. That's the main focus today. tsinfo.org. We're asking everybody do something. We got to bring our A game for Yahuwah today. You know, we're closing in on the first phase of the new campaign, the Tanakh translation, and we've got the Berit Hadash, that's the New Testament expansion. We're closing in on the 15th. Wherever you stand is where you stand. Hopefully later on today, I can go talk about where everybody's at right now as far as the packages, opal, topaz, emerald, sapphire, diamond, all that good stuff. We can talk about where everybody's at because you should be learning how to run the race for Yahuwah. So one thing I love about the campaign, it teaches you about running the race, about staying very, very focused, about persevering, about like taking back dominion over all these things that's been spread out. All these lies, we're tearing them down. But we have to do it cooperatively together as a team, the body. Now, I'm always talking to the 144. If you're not part of the 144, it's all right. You're going to learn a lot. What do I mean when I say 144? I'm talking about in Revelation, Hazun, chapter 14, verse 1, it talks about 144,000 will be standing up on Mount Zion. So when Yahuwah returns, Yahuwah Mashiach returns, it's going to be 144,000. These are like very special type folks that had no falsehood in their mouths. Their being they were virgin beings, not physically, not having sex. We're talking about virgin as in no corruption. You've been washed clean through the blood of Yahuwah Mashiach, and you stand 10 toes down with him. All right, we got Mike coming in from Colorado, Brandon Tello, Colorado, Norman Irvin, Colorado, Daniel Libby, Arizona in the building, Robert Arenson, Portugal, Queen Nelson, North Carolina, Nirab, Joy coming in from Bangladesh, representing PTT over there on the east side of the world. Hannah Tello coming in from awesome Colorado. William Pollock, Northern Ireland. Look, we got people all over the place. Y'all see that? If you're brand new, you should be like, what? People coming in from everywhere. Pamela Linus coming in from Northern Ireland. Sweet Pea Patrice coming in from Asheville, North Carolina. Good to see y'all. Lisa Pfeiffer, good to see you. Good to see you. Michael Fickett, my brother, coming in from Cumberland, Maryland. Ashley Spence, I see you. I see you, fam. Nancy Cuadrado. Is it Cuadrado? Yeah, Cuadrado. I'm getting my pronunciation tight, Nancy. You see me getting better. Daniel Bacote doing kingdom business. Good to see you. Stacy Neal says she loves Yahuwah. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, Ethan Janet coming in from Binghamton. What is that? Binghamton, New York. Woo, y'all coming in from everywhere. Larry Moment in the building. Robert Stevens coming in with that super and giving us great support like always. Lisa Austin is up in here. Don't play with Lisa coming in from Maryland. Yeah. I see Randy Moon coming in. I see Diana Santos coming in. Jamar Peel coming in here. Come on, y'all. Yolanda, I see you. Well, we got Bill Henry coming in from Edmonton, Canada. Yeah, we all over, fam. Natasha Stevens, New Hampshire. Anna Tatum, Montgomery, Alabama. Frank Giordano. Good to see you, brother. Yeah, Diana Santos. She said, I just received my True Scriptures copies today. It's on, isn't it? Boy, y'all get those True Scriptures. Y'all going to see it's going to burn up the earth. Come on, Bernice. I see you, Bernice. James Gardner. You know what's going to happen. Nafis is in the building. You know, Jason Price. Good to see you, brother. Marvin G. Yeah, Donna Steele is in here. Ethan Janet coming in. I'm loving y'all, man. Eileen, my sis. Y'all like the title? Eileen, you know it's going to be hot if I start out with, what race is Yahuwah? Man, y'all get your true scriptures ready. We're going to burn a hole in this one today. Joe Ebony coming in from Aurora, Colorado, my brother and sister. Good to see you. Lisa Bethel, Nassau, Bahamas. Spread out. Yahuwah spreading out everywhere. Y'all see Queen Nelson, my sister Queen, brother Larry up in here. We spread out. Wayne Lewis, good to see you. Yeah, Brando, California. He said he's new to it. Well, put your seatbelt on. Draymond Ellis coming in from Mississippi. Sarah Hope is up there in the Oregon coast. See my sister in the building. Yeah, Renee Burnett. Hey, wait till y'all meet Renee. My sister is on 10 all the time. She be like stealth on here. But wait till y'all get to hang out with her. It's gonna be crazy. Hey, Renee, you gonna be at the celebration next summer? When the whole True Scriptures is completed, we have an island resort that we've already got contracted with. Guess what? We're going to do a celebration. It's limited. So y'all got to get up. I'm going to go over the packages today. I think, what do you got to be? You got to be at least Emerald, something like that. You got to be Emerald. $1,000 supporter to the campaign. We are raising funds to be able to distribute and spread the word of Yahuwah everywhere. Market it. We can't be like stupid. We can't follow dumb things. We can't go, oh, you know what? It's just going to fall out of the sky. Yahuwah did that in the desert. Right now, what he's doing is he's saying, I gave y'all the World Wide Web. Now you gotta web it. You gotta market it. You gotta expand it. And that's how they gonna know unless somebody tells them. That's why I love what we're doing. We do kingdom business. Hey, Commonwealth of Dominica. Elizabeth, do you love Yahuwah? Elizabeth the Spirit, put in the chat. Say, I love Yahuwah. Commonwealth of Dominica. Hold on. Woo! Some people say Dominica. Which one is it? Dominica or Dominica? That's an island. I heard that's a beautiful place. Let me go check our countries real quick before we get into this powerhouse telethon. First session today. It is on. I ain't even gonna believe this. How hard we going in? Let me see if Dominica's in here. Yep, we got Dominica in here. All right, you must already been here. But I love Yahuwah in there anyway. Yeah, put it in there. Diane Curry, what's going on? Sherry Harrod, Frankfort, Kentucky, that's my awesome sister. Roshan, Los Angeles in the building. Bernita Spriggs coming in. 44. I see you, Bernita. Elmer Hingo, part of our team, part of the staff down in the Philippines. Asia, look what we got. Bangladesh, we got Philippines. Stacy Neal. Angela Blackman over in Atlanta, Georgia. I'm just giving some shout outs. Y'all know I'm about to warm up. About to tear this thing into shreds. The Moments are in the building. Celeste, my sister Celeste, always coming through. So she loved Yahuwah. Yeah. She loved Yahuwah. Ryan, I need 20 minutes before you come in here. I need 20 minutes, Ryan. You got to come back in 20 minutes. I see you. But I got to burn it up a little bit. Then you come back in. Lena, let Ryan know to come in 20 minutes. Somebody text him. Send him a message. Jamaica's up in here. Yamani, North Carolina. Yeah. Yeah. All right, I'm going in. We got. Hey, everybody hit the like button. When we come in here on Kingdom Business, we come in here intentional. We come in here showing Yahuwah. We know how to get organized. We know how to bring the passion, the fire. And everybody hits the like button. Everybody's sharing it on the social media. If you're ashamed of him, he's going to be ashamed of you. We're teaching the people to stand up and be actually be his witnesses. Now, we got to get this straight. Brother Benjamin, you ready to go? Sister Shannon Colley is in here. You ready to go? We're going in. What race is Yahuwah? I hear so much talked about race. The whole world is really driven by race. The USA, they run the whole country based on racism. They keep division. Racism does nothing but bring division. It does nothing to bring anybody together. So what we got to do is establish what race is Yahuwah. If we're created in his image, are you telling me that Yahuwah would be racist against himself? Would somebody say that? Would anybody be ignorant enough to say Yahuwah is against himself? If he created you, you can't be here without him. Now I'm going to Hazum. True scriptures. Who got their true scriptures? Who got their true scriptures? Go to Hazum, Revelation chapter 7. Hey, shortcut, page 403. See, once everybody got the true scriptures in their hand, look at what we can do. Just go turn to page 403. Look at what Nerab said. There's no passiveness in the kingdom. We are active in Yahuwah. Like, love, and share this thing. Now watch this. Hazum, Revelation 7. Like you've never heard it before. This is crystal clear, straight from the Hebrew, Abari. After this, I saw 4 messengers, sign named angels, standing at the 4 corners of the earth. So now we've established that it's not just segmenting the earth. The message is saying, hey, it's covering all corners of the earth, holding the 4 winds of the earth. So this messenger went and held the 4 winds of the earth. That means the north, the south, the east, and the west winds were held. That's how you know there's 4 different corners, because what? There's 4 different winds, 4 different directions. Now watch. You gotta put your seatbelts on. So that no wind would blow on the earth or on the sea or on any tree. The messengers also had been given power to harm the earth and the sea. Then I saw another messenger come up from where the sun rises in the east. Yeah. See, try to stop Yahuwah from doing what he's going to do is like trying to stop the sun from rising out of the east. Can you stop it? That's what happened when me and my wife, before she was my wife, were falling in love. And then we knew we was going to be together. And then her parents, it was such a whirlwind when we came together. And then I was sat down with her parents as I was asking her parents for her hand in marriage. I said, trying to stop the love from me and Lena would be like trying to stop the sun from coming out of the east. Come on, I gave y'all some game, fellas. I just gave you some game. I gave you some game. You try to stop the sun from coming out the east. That's saying you can't stop. There's some things you just can't stop. You weren't going to be able to stop the love I have for my soulmate, and you ain't going to be able to stop the love I got for the Most High mate, Yahuwah. I just gave y'all some game. The messengers have been given power to harm the earth. Now, then I saw another messenger. Hey, they've been given power to harm the earth and the sea. Then I saw another messenger come up from when the sun rises in the east, and he was ready. Y'all better listen. Y'all gonna mess around, and you gonna mess around and miss Yahuwah if you don't catch this. You gonna mess around. Listen. Then I saw another messenger come up from where the sun rises in the east, and he was ready to put the mark of the living Alua on the set apart people. How many of you want the mark of the living Alua put on you? I'm going to give you some secrets. Benjamin, you like that game? Now watch. Then he shouted to the 4 messengers. He said, do not harm the earth, the sea, or the trees. Wait until I have put the mark in the foreheads of the servants of our Alua. Woo! See, the fire is about to come on the earth in this scene. And this message says, no, wait. Don't harm the earth or the sea or the trees. Wait till I put the mark. Y'all know what the mark is? See, this is when he seals it. You already got the mark if Yahuwah's name is in your forehead. You already got the mark. Now here comes the messenger to seal you. He gonna come and check. Did you hold on to your calling? When you called on Yahuwah, did you let it go? Did you hesitate? Did you become a coward? When you called on him, did you step back? Did you transgress against his laws intentionally, he coming to do a check, sweep check. Who's all got Yahuwah's name in their forehead as their number one thought? You get sealed. That's who gets sealed. Now watch. Then I heard how many people had been marked in their foreheads. It was 144,000. My goodness. Then I heard how many people had been marked in their foreheads. Man, y'all gonna make me have to get something to drink. I'm about to get tore up. Woo! How does the mark of Yahuwah differ from the mark of the beast? You already said it. The beast don't have Yahuwah's name. Listen, Yahuwah's name is the mark. Put it in the chat. Put it in the chat. Yahuwah's name is his mark. Put it in the chat. I promise you, that's his mark. Yahuwah's name is his mark. That's why y'all playing around out there in the world. Some of y'all gonna hear this message and go, I better come correct here. Because Yahuwah's name is the mark. Without his name, then you will receive the mark of the beast. Yahuwah's name is his mark. That's it. You ain't got to go wandering around for some stamp or whatever. No, his name is the mark. That's why when you are immersed into his name, the fire comes in you, and it's the number one thing you always think about. And the messengers are going to be able to sort this out. You can't fool this one. That's why we can't have you playing around with 18, 25, 2, 3, 4, 5 different names. You can't be messing around. When it comes to the mark, Yahusha is not the mark. That's proven in Revelation 14:1. His name is his mark, Yahuwah. That's why that name is above all names, because it is the mark of Yahuwah. Then I heard how many people had been marked in their foreheads. It was 144,000 who came from the 12 tribes of Yisrael. The numbers were the following. Man, can y'all take this? That's how come I know I'm one of these. I know for a fact I'm one of these coming from the 12 tribes. Do you know it? Do you know it? If you are here now, man, y'all should be shouting. Y'all should be dancing. Y'all should be like, man, you mean to tell me Yahuwah done called me for such a time as this? Yahuwah's put on my heart that if you receive this message, you are from one of these 12 tribes. That's coming straight from Yahuwah Ruah. If you receive this message, you don't have to go to no ancestry.com. You ain't got to go do no DNA test. I'm telling you, if you receive this message, only those who are called at this particular time are from the 12 tribes. The 12 tribes are being called out. There you go. The numbers were the following. 12,000 from the tribe of Yehudah were sealed. 12,000 from the tribe of Rabban, son named Reuben. 12,000 from the tribe of Gad. 12,000 from the tribe of Asher. 12,000 from the tribe of Naphtali. 12,000 from the tribe of Manasseh. 12,000 from the tribe of Shemaun. 12,000 from the tribe of Louis. That's what they call about the Levites. They ain't Levi, it's Louis. 12,000 from the tribe of Yishashakar. Yeah, Yishashakar. 12,000 from the tribe of Zabulun. 12,000 from the tribe of Yusuf, son named Joseph. Whoo! Man, I got a feeling. I can't put it on there. I can't DNA this one. I just feel that. I feel all up in my bones that, hey, I'm all up in here. I believe I'm either from Yahudah or Yusuf. I believe I'm from one of them two, Yahudah or Yusuf. More than likely Yahudah, because of the call on my life right now. Yeah, keep going, Jay. And 12,000 from the tribe of what? Benjamin. Come on, Benjamin Thomas. That's Benjamin. Benjamin were sealed. Now, that's 144,000. Yolanda, you received this message? Rush, you received it? Whoever receives this message, Yahuwah is telling me, you from one of these tribes. I have been given the authority as an emissary of Yahuwah to say to you, if you believe this message, you are from one of these tribes. Nobody I know in the world is being called now. Now you got to choose it. Many are called, few choose it. And that's why I told you it's going to be hot. I'm not playing today. I'm coming full force in the name of Yahuwah because I know what's going on. Now, what race is Yahuwah? We're going to find out what race Yahuwah is. Verse 9, chapter 7, Hazun, Revelation 7, verse 9. After this, I saw a large crowd with more people than I could count. They were from every race, tribe, nation, and language. They all stood before the throne and before the Lamb. They wore white robes and held palm branches in their hands. They shouted with a loud voice, saying, Our Yahuwah, who sits on the throne with the Lamb, he has the power to save his people. All the messengers who stood around the throne knelt in front of it with their faces to the ground. The elders and the four living creatures knelt there with them, and they all worshiped the Lord. They said, Alleluia! Praise, esteem, wisdom, thanksgiving, honor, power, and strength belong to our Yahuwah forever and ever. Alleluia! Now, verse 9 says, I saw a large crowd with more people than I could count, and they were from every race. What color is Yahuwah? What race is Yahuwah? If every nation has now been called, and he didn't leave it to just to where you could, it was ambiguous. He said every race, every tribe. So he got into the bushes and the weeds. Every nation. And then he said, all you language haters, all of you language discriminators. He said from every language. What does Yahuwah look like? Go look in the mirror. He created every race. Who else did that? Are you telling me Satan created a race? Are you out of your mind? There's only one creator, and it's Yahuwah. And he said, let us make man in our image, male and female. He created them. Humans were made in the image of Yahuwah. Image is like taking a picture. I pull out my camera, I take a picture. I got an image. You go in the mirror, you look in the mirror, you see a what? An image. You were created, I was created in the image of Yahuwah. What does Yahuwah look like? He looks like me. He looks like you. He looks like the person next to you. He looks like Norman. He looks like Nirab. He looks like everybody you see on here. That's what Yahuwah looks like. So what race is Yahuwah if he looks like everybody? What race is he? So the most devastatingly asinine concept in the world is to be a racist. You are guaranteed to go in the fire. There's no way you can come in with Yahuwah if he's got every nation standing before him. And he said their robes were white. That means they're clean. What are you going to call unclean? The Yahuwah calls clean. Man, oh man. Watch. One of the elders asked me, ask who? Yahuwah. This is Yahuwah, the one whom Yahusha, when he walked on the earth, Yahuwah came to the earth, gave himself an assignment of a name for 33 years. That's it. Came to the earth. And then he said, that one over, I got a special affinity for. What is it to you if I have him stay here till I return? He's talking to Yahuwah. Yahuwah is the one writing this message. Yahuwah says, one of the elders asked me, do you know? Y'all got to understand what's about to happen. We're about to blow a hole in racism. Do you know who these people are who are dressed in white robes? Now, he done said they're from every nation, tribe, tongue, and language. And you can't do nothing about it. Yahuwah is this way. He's calling from the four corners. And they're from every race, tongue, tribe, language, you name it. Everybody you look at, they were created in the image of Yahuwah. They either accept it or they reject it. He said, do you know who these people are? Dressed in these white robes. Do you know where they came from? Yahuwah. He said, I answered, dear soul, you must know. He's like, you must know. Then he said to me, these are the ones who came out of the great tribulation. They have washed their robes in the blood of the Lamb, and it made them white. Made their robes white because they believed that Yahuwah came to earth as Yahusha and died as a full-flesh human, while at the same time, he remained on high as Eluah. He did it at the same time. Therefore, they stand before the throne of Eluah and worship him in his Ahikal temple day and night. The one who sits on the throne will spread his dwelling place over them. They will never be hungry or thirsty again, and they will not be troubled by the sun or any scorching heat. The Lamb who is in the middle of the throne will be their shepherd. He will lead them to the fountains of the waters of life, and Eluah will wipe away all tears from their eyes. What race is Yahuwah? What in the world? Who in the world would have the nerve to be racist after they read that? That Yahuwah got all the nations. Everyone from everywhere. That's like lethal to racism. That's why I promote the truth. I believe we're the most diversified platform in the world when it comes to Yahuwah. I believe it. I believe we got the most diversified, multicultural, multi-language platform in the world. You want to know why? I found it, Promote the Truth. Yahuwah called me in 2007. I accepted his call, and he said, go forth to every nation. Every nation means every race. I show no partiality. Hold on. I don't show any. You've been around me, you know. I simply love you in the name of Yahuwah. And I wish all people to be saved in Yahuwah. And I know what my daddy looks like. He looks like us, all of us. You ain't going to sit around and fool me. Take my crown, getting caught up in what somebody's skin color looks like, what language they speak. Are you crazy? I ain't messing with that. How you gonna go and talk trash about Yahuwah and his creation and think you're gonna roll with Yahuwah? You are out of your mind. Yaakov, hey, page 370. James chapter 2. If you got the true scriptures, go to page 370. James chapter 2, verse 1. My brothers and sisters, do not let your faith in our master of esteem, Yahuwah Mashiach. We're the only ones that say it the right way that I know of. And if put it in the chat, if you got another translation that says Yahuwah Mashiach, that don't water down his name to Yahusha. Scared. That's what most people are. They're scared to death to offend what other people think rather than being trembling before Yahuwah to come against him. My brothers and sisters, do not let your faith in our master of esteem, Yahuwah Mashiach, be tainted by showing favoritism. That goes right in there with racism. He says don't show no kind of isms. Man, it's unbelievable. Suppose you have someone wearing gold rings and fine clothing that comes into your assembly, and then afterwards a poor person comes in wearing dirty clothes. If you give special attention to the person wearing fine clothing and say, come and sit in this special seat, but to the poor person you say, go stand over there in the back or sit on the floor, you will have shown favoritism among yourselves. You prejudge in an evil way. Is this not true? Listen, my beloved brothers and sisters, Allah has chosen those who may be poor based on the standards of this world to be rich in faith and heirs of the kingdom that he promised to those who love him. Is this not true as well? In the case above, you humiliated the poor person. Isn't it the rich people? Watch this. Isn't it the rich people who are arrogant? They ain't got that right in none of them other translations. They just say, isn't it the rich people? Now they're discriminating against rich people. So now they got richism. You can't have none of them isms. Get them out of your life. Go out and be solid in yourself. Have confidence that Yahuwah is the Most High. He loves you, and he's got love potential for everybody you look at. He got the potential to love everybody. They got to choose him though. But what's going to attract them to him is you and me, how we act. We pull out these isms, we're going to repel people. So you notice you got to put that word arrogant in there. Rich people that are arrogant, not just rich people. The ones who oppress you and drag you into court, are they not the ones who blaspheme the honorable name whom you are called to represent? See, who does that? Arrogant people do that. Not just rich people that are arrogant. Nevertheless, you are doing right. You're doing the right thing if you obey the sovereign law according to the scriptures, which says you shall love your neighbor as you love yourself. Get ready, Ryan. I'm about to bring you in. However, if you show favoritism, racism, classism, all them different isms, languageisms. However, if you show favoritism, you are committing sin. And the law will convict you as a violator of it. Bam. Bam. Now listen, I got a special guest I'm bringing in here. My brother Ryan is in the building. Ryan Belzy from England.
Can't hear anything.
I hear you.
Can't hear.
We can hear you.
Yeah. You can hear me?
Yes.
Okay. Well, I can't hear you, bro. I'll keep coming in and out, and I can't hear you, brother. I
No.
don't know what's going on. I've got everything turned up.
All right, look. We're bringing Ryan back. Ryan, listen to my message. Ryan, go in your settings. So go in your settings and make sure your speakers, you got microphone, and then make sure your speakers are on the same thing, and then come back in. All right. We're gonna keep rocking. All right, now look. How we are we getting this straight? We can't show any racism, no classism, no statusism, none of this. Yahuwah is one, and he has no partiality about this. We're the ones that work this thing. We can create more for ourselves, or we cannot create more for ourselves. We do that based upon developing our skill set, developing our networks, and our ability to attract other people. That will increase our lives. At the same time, while we're doing it and we're elevating, we never forget where we came from. We remember almost every one of us started out with nothing. And then as Yahuwah increases you, increases me, guess what? We remember when we had nothing and we treat everybody with honor. That's Yahuwah. If you love that way of life, welcome to Promote the Truth. Welcome to the kingdom of Yahuwah, where we promote the truth. Malakuta di Shamia di Yahuwah. We promote the truth. And we show no favoritism whatsoever. And we teach people that Yahuwah is one. That means everybody you see, they look like Yahuwah. And if you, hey, some of y'all have said that you'll go, oh, they ugly. Do you know as soon as you say that, you're going in the lake of fire? I'm gonna be very direct about it. If you call anything that Yahuwah created ugly, you're going in the lake. I don't want nothing to be vague about this. Everything that Yahuwah created, he created, and it's gorgeous and it's beautiful. And it has different looks, different shades, different shapes. So you gotta understand that you gotta remove all of these prejudices out of your mind. It's not, and if it's in there, you have not been immersed into the name of Yahuwah. When you are immersed into Yahuwah's name, all of these prejudices are gone. You're gonna look at the world a different way. And I'm telling you, you're going to attract people. They're going to think something's very unique about you because you will be. You will be set apart. I attract people from all over the world, from all languages, all skin colors. You want to know why? I go into every place I'm at full of Yahuwah's love. I am the extension to give them the opportunity to get to know their creator. You know what I'm saying? That's what I do. That's what I am. What are you going to do? So what are you going to do with this message that we're sharing here today? Now, the purpose of why we're here today, I'm bringing these hot messages all day, by the way. This is going to be nonstop fire all day. Yahuwah been giving me good rest as I got back from Sukkot with my brothers and sisters. It's on. But I know we got to challenge some people to go to the next level and help us get this message out there. Now, I'm only talking to his sheep who hear his voice, specifically the 144. See, you're not going to get to 144,000 without 144 people. That's it. You need 144 real ones to get to the next level. That was put in my spirit. So we teach people and we solicit, are you part of the 144? Like out of this 144,000, are you one of the first of these people here? Many people think that the Great Tribulation has happened. partly has happened. The big one is coming. Yahuwah is going to give us a season of expansion, and then it's going to be all hell break loose. And if you're not strong, you are going to turn on Yahuwah, and you're out. We got to teach you to persevere to the end because the heat is coming. What you say, Brother Neerab down in Bangladesh? Top-notch teaching, Elder J. Learn, give attention, life will be transformed. We got to get strong enough to handle two things. You're going to have to get strong enough to handle all the favor coming your way, all the dominion. We're going to start taking possession over lands. Yahuwah is going to take back everything the enemy stole from us. We're going to be given, just like when he brought them out of Matzar. Here goes part 2. He did it once. He delivered his people out of the house of bondage. They were slaves. You've been a slave. I've been a slave in a different way. Now, his word, his name got smashed and trampled. We all know it. Where's William Pollock at? Babe, get William on here. William, if you hear me, come on now. Hey, trampled. Hardly anybody in the world knows Yahuwah right now. Here you stand in the midst of the few of us. We got 150,000 subscribers. Out of the 150,000 subscribers, hundreds call on Yahuwah. Out of the hundreds that call on Yahuwah, probably less than 50 are like, I'm talking about tight on every angle of Yahuwah. They got all 4 sections, which I'm going to cover in the next session at 2 p.m. Eastern. I'm going to break down how to follow Yahuwah. Keep it very simple. But there's about 50 or less. They dialed in on that. We can trust each other. They ain't got to worry about me. I ain't got to worry about them. We guard Yahuwah's ways. Yeah. Let me get my brother William up in here. Brother William!
I can't hear either.
Can you hear me? Brother William! They ain't got to worry about me. I ain't got to worry about them. Can you hear me, Brother William? We guard Yahuwah's ways. Yamani, one of y'all come on. Somebody else is in that chat group. Come in here and make sure these mics are right. Let's try Ryan again. One more time. Oh, Ryan went back out. All right. There's something going on y'all side because we can hear y'all, by the way. William, Ryan, we hear y'all, but you're saying you can't hear us. Try Ryan one more. Ryan went back in and out. I'm going to keep moving. Let's try it one more time. Somebody, one of y'all come on. Somebody else.
I can hear you.
All right, turn the back one off. Turn your background off.
Let's try Ryan again. One more time. Oh, Ryan went back out.
I can hear you now.
All right, but just turn the background computer noise off.
We can hear y'all, by the way. William, Ryan, we hear y'all, but you say you can't hear us. Try Ryan one more time. Ryan,
hey, William, we hear the feedback because you got the speaker playing in the background. Hit the volume off of that speaker and only on this one. Hey, some of y'all are in the chat group that Lena put the message in there. Y'all come in there. Hold on, let's try William one more time. Can you hear me, William?
No, it's not working.
Okay. He got something going on over there. We got to figure this out. Somebody help him out. Yamani, I want to do Yamani, you there? See if Yamani can come here real quick. I don't know. She might be working, though. Let's see what's going on. Who else is in there? I'm going to go check the group. And then I'm going to keep rocking, man. If we can't get it straight, I'm going to keep rocking. All right. Lena is trying to show them how to set up their device. I see that. Yeah. All right, Yamani's in. She's coming in. All right. Yamani, you hear me?
Yes. Can you hear me?
I hear you great.
Yeah, I hear you.
All right. I just want to make sure what's something on our end. It's got to be their setting. So that's great. Just real quick, since I got you here, I know you got a lot going on. You were at Sukkot. We spent 9 days together. Tell everybody what that experience was like, sis.
Man, it was awesome. Like, it was just awesome. The synergy there was off the chain.
Brother
Everybody,
Ben.
everybody was on one accord, and I have to say it was a life-changing event for me because I never felt closer to Yahuwah than when we were there. It is just like he literally, Yahuwah came and tabernacled with us, just like he did with the children, where it says in Exodus 13 that he was a pillar of cloud by day and a pillar of fire by night. But he was there. His presence was there because that pillar of cloud came all the way down to the lake. I've never seen anything like that in my life, and it touched me to my soul. Like, I mean, just from straight from my heart, Yahuwah was there. It was really a life-changing event.
Hold on, you know what, Ben? I mean, I think I got a picture of that somewhere. I'm gonna put it, brother Ben. What was the event like for you? I'm gonna go find that picture that your wife is talking about. But we was together, man.
It was amazing, Jay. You had told us before we got there that there will never, we will remember it forever. And I was touched, we were touched, and you are exactly right. I will be telling that as young as Yahuwah let me live on this earth. You were speaking about the colors and everything, and that's what the Zakut was all about.
Yeah.
Everybody from all over the world were there, and we was on one accord. Colors didn't mean nothing. It kind of make me think of a small example of what it would be when Yahuwah comes back.
Yes.
That's what Sukkot was to me. It gave me that feeling. It was a feeling like never ever before in my life, Brother Jay. And I want to thank you, Lena, Kai,
Yes.
and of course my main man, Mr. Nolan.
Yes.
I can't even explain it, man. It was just overwhelming, so relaxing. I don't went on some vacation, and I tell you right now, I'm gonna say, that's the best vacation I have ever taken. It was just off the chain, man. It was off
But
the
we
chain.
had all kind of backgrounds there, all kind of languages was there,
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
We were
and
from all
everybody was
over.
loving on each other. There was no drama ever.
No drama.
Yeah, and that was just the people promote the truth. But what gave it its own little twist was the beautiful people that were there also,
Yeah.
that was getting immersed in the name of Yahuwah. It was just so much love and.
It was. And how we actually
Man.
drew them in because of the way we treated each other.
Okay. So there were people that were visiting. They had not called on Yahuwah, but they were there in the camp and they were visiting. And you telling me, you tell everybody, did you see people with your own eyes go through a transformation and call on Yahuwah in front of your face and get immersed in front of you?
Yes, they did. Absolutely. I bear witness to that. People that didn't even know who he was, but they learned and called on him through us, the way we behaved and carried ourselves, which is great.
And
So
people
felt
just
like they wanted to be, huh, Ben?
Yes, and people just walking and just stopping and just looking and admiring what we were doing. They were so captivated about what we were doing. It was just man.
All right, now.
I felt important.
All right, now watch. Yamani talked about when Yahuwah would come down in the cloud. I would pray, and they can't nobody deny this that was there. Because them clouds was up.
Yes.
And then I would pray to Yahuwah as I would walk down for us where we have dinner close to the lake. And then we would start praising Yahuwah. And then watch, I'm gonna show a picture on the screen. Y'all ready? Go, watch this. Explain what they're seeing there, Yamani. Explain that, Ben.
That is the cloud coming all the way down from up high. It's coming down. And that was Yahuwah tabernacling with us.
Yeah, he was letting his presence. He was
So
letting his presence be known.
everybody do their best to, all right, look past the pool, look out at the lake, and look how close them clouds are to that lake.
Yes. Oh, wow.
Now, when I would walk and go back up to my campsite, tell them about what happened, Yamani and Ben.
It would
Clouds
rise
start going back up. Going back up.
They go right back up.
Yes.
And then that night, the moon was like this real bright orange.
Yes.
It was unbelievable. I mean,
It was so beautiful.
It was awesome. It was awesome.
Yeah.
It was an
Spectacular.
awesome experience.
Look at that. Look
Every
at that.
day, every day had its own little unique feel.
Yes.
Every day brought. I mean, it was Yahuwah made His presence be known every day.
Yes, he did. Oh wow, it was
Now
amazing.
you notice that when the clouds go back up, I said, everybody meet me down by the lake. And nobody really knew what was gonna happen at first. I said, everybody just go meet down by the lake.
Wow.
And then what happened? What them clouds do is we got ready to get. Did y'all get
Come back
immersed?
down.
Did y'all get
Yes.
immersed in the lake?
Yes, we did.
Got immersed and anointed.
Hey, and did you see the clouds come down again as y'all were getting immersed?
Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
oh,
Wow. Yes.
I'm
Amazing.
telling y'all, it was off the chart. Okay, so talk to everybody about your immersion, why you decided to go through that process. So they didn't know. And so everybody was in their regular clothes. And then I walked down because my dad had gave his life. Now, I've been walking with Yahuwah for 17 years, and I've been a witness to my dad, but I don't press anybody. You got to choose it. That Yomani and Ben are two of the 40-some people that were there that witnessed my dad call on Yahuwah. And then he said, Lena came and said, she said, honey, why don't you go do some public immersions for the first time?
Yes.
I said, Dad, you want to go get public? He says, I'm game. So we walked down, and then Sensei, right, Kai's karate teacher, who just came as a visitor, he
Yes.
all of a sudden he said in the camp one night, he said, I want to know everything about Yahuwah and how to follow him so I can see if I can make this commitment.
Yes.
And then did he do it?
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
So
Yes.
those two,
Hallelujah.
everybody else didn't know. Those two were going down to the lake to get immersed. I wanted everyone else to witness, and we would film and everything. So they got immersed, and the next thing I know, I see Yamani and Ben and Renee and everybody Rush. They all lining up. I said, "What y'all doing?" And they just start walking out in the water, and they're full clothes. Yamani, tell them, Ben, what happened?
Yes. Yes.
Your money had said a month or two before we came down to Cali that she wanted to get immersed and by Jay. And I said, yeah, I would like to do that also. So when Mr. Nolan was getting immersed, I saw your money, she just started walking off. I said, I know where she going. I'm going. Then, matter of fact, Renee just jumped in lines. Everybody, yeah, it was awesome. It was awesome.
How emotional was that?
Oh, it really filled my heart. I was so happy. I felt complete because even though we do the water immersions in the shower, I did that. But the example that's given in scripture is by an emissary, a prophet, and underneath moving water. So it was really just wow. It was just amazing and priceless to have that experience. So thank you. Thank you so much.
We're gonna do some more immersions at the celebration. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Hold on. Lena just sent me something. See if y'all gonna dig it before I let y'all get out of here. Hey, thank y'all so much for joining in, kind of like ad lib. But this is great for everybody to see. One second. Y'all tell me something here. 1 second. I'm pulling it up. All right. 1 second. Give me like 30 seconds to get this straight. Lena just came in here. She's going. I said, Lena, what you doing?
I just love Sister Lena. Tell her thank you so much for everything. I mean, she was boss at that resort and taking care of things.
Give everybody some insight about that while I'm getting this straight. Give everybody some
Oh
insight.
man, Lena handled everything, and because she spoke the language, the poor thing, she didn't have. It was really just her handling everything, and I offered to help, but she was like, "We got it, we got it." She was so on it and so on point and so happy to do it. She never complained.
What I saw was the grace and the beautiful smile through everything that she was doing
Yes.
and getting everybody in place. And having everything organized, staying on top of things. But she did it all with such a gracious smile.
With love.
With love.
She really did.
Yep.
She
No
she
complaining.
never complained.
No complaining.
None. And she never got tired. Yahuwah will give. See, that's the thing, Ben and Yamani. You notice Yahuwah will give you supernatural energy compared to regular humans once you
Yes.
focus on him. You notice that?
That is the truth. Yes, absolutely.
I'm
That
Gary.
is the
Hold on, I'm
truth.
about to pull something up. I'm about to pull something. See if what y'all feel about this. Here I go. I'm gonna pull something up right now. I want to know how you two feel about what I'm about to show. It's loading now. We're about 10 seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6,
He's so
5,
cute.
4, 3, 2. All right, how y'all feel about this picture right here?
Oh,
That's me.
Brother Ben getting immersed.
yes.
What
Yahuwah!
you feel about
Yeah!
this? What you feel about this one?
Yahuwah!
There
I
goes
feel
your money getting immersed.
Yes.
that's just power. That power.
Thank you, Yahuwah. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Hey, now we're working on getting the videos up where everybody can see the whole process taking place. We thought that would
Yes.
be unbelievable.
Oh,
But you know, that experience, you can feel Yahuwah working them waters, couldn't you?
yes, yes. It wasn't even cold.
No.
Now, up until that point, I was like freezing, but for some reason, it wasn't even cold
It
when I
got
got down
warm.
there and walked into that
So
water.
when
It was
so standing outside the water, I saw you kind of shaking a little bit, and then you walked in that water, and then all that went away.
all that went.
Yeah, we was talking about that day before yesterday.
Yes.
How warm it was when we came out.
That is
Yes,
incredible.
that was
Incredible.
all Yahuwah. Oh my
I'm glad
God.
that we got to share that picture with everybody, and just y'all got any parting words y'all like to share on the telethon? You know what? The reason we do it is because we're building for the kingdom. What can y'all share and encouraging everybody to support the mission with what we're doing at tsinfo.org?
Well, get one of your truth scriptures, get one of the truth scriptures, support the project, continue to support the project so that we can continue to spread the word to the four corners of the earth and be on the right side of this thing when Yahuwah comes back.
Yeah.
Be on the
The
right side.
assignment
Brother
is in
Ben?
there. The
Brother
assignment's in
Ben?
there and it's very clear.
Plant
Yes.
them seeds. Plant them seeds. Don't even hesitate. Plant them seeds. You'll get it back in fold. Plant them seeds.
We love y'all. Hey, everybody put some fire emojis
Yes,
in the chat
sir.
for brother Ben, sister Yamani. Put them in the chat. We love
Yeah,
y'all.
we too. We
Mhm.
love y'all too, man. We
Shout out.
love y'all too.
Isn't that awesome? Wasn't that great to have them on here? To be able to hear those firsthand stories. Hopefully, we're gonna have some more on here for y'all today. And just have people continue to share and tell you what they experienced. Wait till we do. Wait till we've got the celebration where we finish the whole project. So summer 2025, we're having a celebration at a beautiful resort island in Colombia. Beautiful over in Cartagena, off Cartagena, Colombia, where they've done a lot of big movies and whatnot. It's a gorgeous place. The beaches are off the hook, the food's off the charts. But we've already got one nailed down where we're going to be. We're going to have the film crew there. We're going to have it's going to be, I think, 2 or 3 days of just full out celebrating that the true scriptures, the Tanakh and the Brit Hadash are complete. They are then complete and going out to the world, and all of you had an opportunity to participate. Now, let's see who understood the assignment today. Go to tsinfo.org. It's on the screen, and contribute any amount. We've had people contribute as little as $3, and we've had people contribute over $10,000. Right? It just depends on what's in your heart and what Yahuwah is calling you to do to get his word out. And everybody can see it working. What I love about it, it's out on Front Street. You can see when we started, and now you see all the different things that are happening inside of Promote the Truth. And all this word is going out to the world. Y'all see it. So tsinfo.org, let's see who's went over today and already contributed to the project. Who started us off here? Let's see here. Now, Feast and Ashley Spence in the building. I see y'all working. They started us off 320. They knew we were going. Right when we got started, they were ready to ramp up. They did $20. Natasha Stevens, $52. Robert Arinson down in Portugal, $207. Patrice Pearson, $20. William Pollock, $25. Daniel Bacote, $104. Yeah. This is awesome watching y'all. Daniel Libby, $20. Christine Diane Casey, $5.69. Sylvia Johnson, $13.81. Queen Nelson, $50. Daniel Libby, $20. Frankie Stevens, $26. James Gardner, $25. Elmer and Kareen Hinkle down in the Philippines, $10. Jason Price, $104. Steve Montes, $20. Everybody go over to tsinfo.org and just let Yahuwah. Now, if I were you, I'd be thinking first fruits. I'd be thinking tithes, offerings. What are you doing with that? We tell you, you should be working it in your community. And if you would like to support, promote the truth, feel free to do so because you know we're working. Everybody knows we're working. So you know you're planting in fertile ground because we're getting after it every day. We work. We take Shabbat off, come right back firing. So we're 6 days a week blazing the name of Yahuwah. So plant that good seed. Now, what Yahuwah says is he's going to give more seed to the sower. And he said, go gather with him. And he says, those that don't gather, they actually are scattering against him. And you don't want to be caught scattering against Yahuwah. So sow the seed in good ground. And then he says it will produce for some 30-fold, some 60-fold, some 100-fold. But if you're not sowing, it's going to be tough for you to be able to not have a hole in your sack. Now, many people are going, my finances are tight, but you haven't yet looked in the mirror and go, why is my finances tight? Your finances should not be tight. None of us should have finances tight. None. Because we should be working Yahuwah's principles. He literally said, bring your tithes and your offerings into his storehouse. And almost every person in the world has got those scriptures jacked up. That's why the true scripture is going to clarify all of this. It's going to blow a hole in all of it. Because you're going to see the transition from the Luyim, sign named Levites, priesthood. You're going to watch the transition come over from there to Yahudah through Malachi Zadok. Now, if I ask 1,000 people, can you explain the transition that Yahuwah did between the Luyim and the Yahudah, the tribe of Luyim, which Aaron was working through? Can you explain the difference from that to when Yahuwah came out of the tribe of Yahudah, Malachi Zadok, through himself, who came as Yahusha, and then resurrected and took on the high priest? Now, how do we know there was a change? Because where did Dewey come from? David. He comes from the line of Yahudah, not through the line of Louis, the Luyim, Levi. He came through Yahudah, sign named Judah. That's where he came through. And so you see it in Malachi Yahu chapter 3. Matter of fact, let me grab it real quick. Let me help you out. Let me help everybody out so you see what I'm saying. So you can get these curses off your finances, man. It's crazy. And you watching people inside of Promote the Truth who following the principles, they're going, man, I'm increasing. Yahuwah's increasing me because you're spreading his word, his truth. Look at what's happening with the true scriptures. That didn't just happen. That would have took us about 2 years. We did in 7 months to get just the New Testament out. It would have took about 2 years. We did in 7 months because we had the resources to free people up to support all the systems it takes to do this stuff. Now go over to Malachi Yahu. That means the messenger, Malachi. Messenger is Yahuwah. See, his name is he has a message for us when he's talking through the prophet Malachi Yahu. It says, here's a message from Yahuwah. Chapter 3. Watch this. Verse 1, chapter 3, 1. See, I am sending my messenger, and he shall prepare the way before me. Who's he talking about? Thank you, Sister Cheryl in the building. Stacy said she felt Yahuwah come in her living room. Said, no more pain. I'm so happy. Hallelujah. See, I am sending my messenger. He shall prepare the way before me. Who is that? Yahuwah saying he's going to send Yahuhanan the immerser. He's already preempting it. So you got Malaki Yahu. Then all of a sudden you get over into the Beret Hadash, you see where Yahuhanan actually came. Then suddenly the master you are seeking comes to his Hakal, Aikal, that's temple. Even the messenger of the covenant in whom you delight. See, he is coming, says Yahuwah of hosts. And who is able to bear the day of his coming? And who is able to stand when he appears? For he is like the fire of a refiner and like the soap of the laundry. He's going to clean it up. And he shall sit as a refiner and a cleanser of silver. Now watch, everybody pay attention. And he shall cleanse the sons of Levi, and refine them as gold and silver, and they shall belong to Yahuwah, bringing near an offering in righteousness. Listen. Then, so he says he's going to clean that up, make sure it's tight. Now Yahuwah is getting ready to transition it out of the priesthood of the Luyim. I don't know anybody in the world to pick this up. Yahuwah showed me this clear as day because I'm looking at the writings. All you got to do is, if you got the writings from the Dead Sea Scrolls and the Torah Shemarani, and you go and you take them against the Leningrad Codex, all these things that we've got, and you start reading those words and you understand the basics of Hebrew, and you get rid of all the vowel points. That's why you got to have the Dead Sea Scrolls and the Torah Shemarani. You got to have those two because they have no vowel points. So that when you come to the oldest complete Old Testament in the world, which is the Codex Leningrad. Hold on, I'm going to show it to you. Y'all want to see it? Now, every time I do this thing is heavy. This thing is heavy. Look how thick it is. Now look at my head and look how thick this book is. Massive. See that? Leningrad Codex. Okay. I'm going to show you something inside. It's heavy though. Hold on. I'm a pretty strong dude. And this thing is heavy. Look. See that? Okay. This is the oldest complete Old Testament in the world. Tanakh. Okay? It's the oldest complete. Now, if you don't understand how to read the Dead Sea Scrolls and the Torah Shemarani, you will mess up when you get this one. Because this one's got vowel points in it. Vowel points are where the Masoretes try to trick everybody so that you wouldn't say Yahuwah's name. And you wouldn't get the prophets' names right, which would have the witness of Yahuwah in their names. So Yahuwah taught me years ago, here's how you read real Abari, real Hebrew. That's why anybody comes talking trash to us about Hebrew, we don't give them nothing. We don't argue. We don't debate anything. We go, whatever. We just keep moving. We just keep moving. You're never going to see me on no debate show or coming up against talking. Somebody goes, they said this about you. I'm like, if you want to believe those who call themselves Yahudim but are not, but are actually from the synagogue of Satan, you go ahead and believe it. I'm going to go follow what Yahuwah showed me, and you can't disprove it if we sit down toe to toe. But Yahuwah told me, don't argue with nobody. He's telling you, don't argue. My sheep hear my voice. So we take this here. Now that we got the Dead Sea Scrolls and Torah Shemarani, we can go in here and we can properly translate this the right way. So then when I get to, hold on. So then when I get to Malachi Yahu and I start reading when he says, and he shall cleanse the sons of Louis and refine them as gold and silver, and they shall belong to Yahuwah, bringing near and offering in righteousness. This is Yahuwah cleansing them, tightening them up. Now Yahuwah is going to transition this thing. Watch. Then shall the offering of Yahudah and Jerusalem be pleasant to Yahuwah, as in the days of old, as in the former years. You know what he's talking about? He's going back to Melchizedek, real name Malachi Zadok, where Abraham tithed to Malachi Zadok. And that's a fact. So Abraham gave his tithes to Malachi Zadok. Now, the thing about Malachi Zadok, they said they couldn't find his beginning. He's a very, very, what they would consider mysterious person in the scriptures, but they say he existed. Who was that Malachi Zadok? Melchizedek. Now, isn't it unique that Yahuwah came and visited? We know for a fact he came with 2 messengers and he visited Abraham before he was going to go take out Sodom and Gomorrah. So we know that Yahuwah would make himself, he would present himself on earth from time to time in the form of a man. So who was Malachi Zadok that Abraham would tie to? This is off the hook. So right here we see Yahuwah shifting it from the priesthood of the Levites, Luyim, the real name, over to Yahudah, Judah, as in the days of old, as in the former years. I believe he's pointing back to Malachi Zadok, Melchizedek with Abraham. And he says, now whoever gets this, and I shall draw near to you for right ruling, and I shall be a swift witness against the practitioners of witchcraft, and against adulterers, and against them that swear falsehood, and against those who oppress the wage earner from their wages, and the widows, and hurt the fatherless, and which is the orphans, and those who turn away the foreigner and do not fear me, says Yahuwah of hosts. For I am Yahuwah, and I do not change. And therefore, you sons of Yaakov, look at there. Now he took it to Yaakov. Why is that important? Because now he's going to the 12 tribes, us. Louis is one of Jacob, Yaakov's sons. Yahudah is another one of his sons. But after Yahuwah says he's shifting that priesthood over, he then goes back and deals with all 12 of them. And he says, therefore, you sons of Yaakov. Who's the sons of Yaakov? Yisrael. He changed his name to Israel. Yisrael. Who's the sons? That's the 12. He goes, for I am Yahuwah, and I don't change. Therefore, you sons of Yaakov shall not come to an end. But from the days of your fathers, you have turned aside from my laws and did not guard them. It's time to turn back to me, and I shall turn back to you, says Yahuwah of hosts. But you asked, in what way shall we turn back? And Yahuwah immediately says, would a man or woman, a person rob a lua? Now, who's going to tear this and say this ain't existing anymore? When Yahuwah is talking specifically about, I don't change. Would a person rob a lure? Yet you are robbing me. But you ask, in what way have we robbed you? In tithes and offerings. But see, the church has got that all jacked up and got all people twisted and got all people turned off going, Well, get the hell out the church. We ain't talking about no church. That's a pagan word anyway. We ain't talking about no building with a steeple over it. That's pagan anyway. No, we're talking about the kahal, the called out ones of Yahuwah. That's who we're talking about. Yahuwah knows that you've got to bring these tithes and offerings into his storehouse. Where is his storehouse? It's in your city. It's in your town. It's on this platform. Wherever the name of Yahuwah can be spread, that's his storehouse. You don't give a penny to anybody without acknowledging this is coming from Yahuwah. None. Once you go and say, here you go, I'm going to give you this. You don't just go stick it in an envelope and then nothing. And people get it, because they're going to give praise to God and to Jesus, all them pagans. No, this has to be specific, his storehouse. I love how Sister Sherry does it. I love what Sister Sherry, let me see if I got that on here. Because Sister Sherry, she makes witnessing cards, and she might leave it in some diapers or something like that, but it's got Yahuwah's name all over it. So people know where it came from. You can't just throw it out in the wind. They're going to give praise to somebody else. Here you go. Look, there goes Sister Sherry. All of y'all can do this. Look at that. Sherry will stick a 20, a 10, or a 50, or 100 inside of one of these cards. The Creator says, this is my name forever. Given with the, listen what it, look on the inside. It says, given with love in the name of Yahuwah. I am Yahuwah, and besides me, there is no Savior. She puts a quote in there. And now you stick something in there. That goes, you can count that towards your tithes. You can count that towards your offerings. Fact. It's in the storehouse. Y'all understand? When you give it to promote the truth, you can count that as a tithe and an offering. It's in the storehouse. Because we over here promoting Yahuwah's work every day. Even on Shabbats, we have gatherings a lot of times online. We're moving it. But he said tithes, that's 10% of everything you make. It belongs to Yahuwah to grow his kingdom. That has not changed. Abraham did it. Dewey did it. All the emissaries did it. I do it. You should do it. That's it. That's it. Donna, hey, by the way, fam, let me help you out. Donna just says, I want to make sure everybody understands this. If you step your foot inside of a church, you are not going into the kingdom of Yahuwah. I'm going to be blunt about that. You are not allowed. Once you call on Yahuwah, he says, come out of her. Come out of that beast system. Don't step your foot in there, participate an inch. Yeah, you are never to go in there again. I'm just making sure you understand that. There's no circumstance that you go into that church, ever. Y'all got that? Now, tithes, 10%. He says, and offerings. So can you imagine to where Yahuwah is giving you so much that you can take 50% of what he gives you and put it in his kingdom, and then 50% for yourself? Could you imagine if you were favored that much? I mean, it has to get to a point where he's expanded you so much and it's pressed down, it's shaking together, and it's running over. But this is a creative way. I love what Sister Sherry did. That's a creative way to expand the kingdom. Not even for funerals. What is it, Kingstonism? Not even for funerals. What did Yahuwah say when he was here as Yahusha? Let the dead bury their own dead. Nope. You don't step in no churches ever again. And it will be a witness to the world. Because some of y'all going to have funerals and stuff coming up. Yeah, we got to go down there. So it's going to be mama or daddy. If they don't call on Yahuwah, let the dead bury the dead. You can deal with something afterwards. Fire. There's got to be a witness. You got to be set apart. Tough word. Y'all got to make a decision. Don't step your foot in there. If you step one foot in, you're going to have both feet going at lake. You can be sure of that. You can be sure of it. Yeah, go out. Hey, go on out to the graveyard. That's why I would say, don't go in that church. If you want to go put them in the ground, go put them in the ground. Say, I'll meet y'all out there at the graveyard. I'll meet y'all at the graveyard. I ain't going in that church. I ain't going to get me thrown in that pit. Hallelujah. Is this helping anybody? Is this helping y'all? Now watch. Watch what I'm going to share with you. How many of you want, hey, look, y'all see that? Remember we showed that earlier? That's called a sign and a wonder. When I talk to Yahuwah, he will answer me every time. I say, Yahuwah, come down. Sitting there looking at them clouds. I can see that mist up there. Come down. Look at that lake real close. Look up to the far, far right. Look how it's really dropping down more. See, you see it up in the front coming down, but man, in that back, somebody should have a picture of that back one where it was like literally sitting down in the water. Oh, that's called a sign and a wonder. Some of y'all gonna learn to call fire down. I like what Amber said. If it's a wedding, I'll see you at the reception location. I love that. I love it. I love it. Now, look, we are 1 week away. Actually, we're 8 days away from concluding the TS info. So the True Scriptures Tanakh. Look here. We are on the 15th. We didn't update this slide on her yet, so just understand. October the 15th is the cutoff. Hallelujah. Way to go, Mo. Yeah. I need help on how to call on the name of Yahuwah properly. All right, go to True. Listen, Bieber, you go to truesalvation.net. We made it very simple for you. True. Everybody wants to know how to call on Yahuwah. Very simple. Go to truesalvation.net. That's going to walk you step by step on how to call on him. Jerry Bowling said, I asked Yahuwah, what about funerals? And my prayer was answered. Bam, it's like that. Just go to truesalvation.net. It will walk you right down through how to call on Yahuwah, step by step. Listen, we are now, the purpose of this telethon today is to support the True Scriptures Project. This is our second major campaign. We did the Brit Hadash, all right? There it is. We talked about it, and we did it in record time. It would normally take a couple years. This one, the Tanakh, would normally take about 2.5 years. We project to have it done by the spring 2025. That means Genesis all the way to Malachi. All right? That's Bereshit, the real name Genesis, all the way to Malachi, Malachi. So we predict to have that done around spring 2025. So you can support this through our packages or anything you want to contribute. It's just if you hit a package level, you're going to really help yourself get something very unique that nobody else has except those that are package holders. Thank you, Brother Daniel. You're going to really help us now. Now watch. And you're going to help yourself. So why are we doing this? So the true scriptures Tanakh, that's the Old Testament. Why are we going in on that now and expanding the Brit Hadash? Let's break it down. The true scriptures Tanakh, Old Testament translation, and the Brit Hadash, New Testament expansion campaign, phase 1. That's going to end on the 15th. Now, I got a t-shirt on, and the t-shirt has all the names of the people that participated in the first campaign that got to a package level. But we gave 2 t-shirts out. 2. There was the first one. That's a very special because you believe before everybody else. And then we did a second one. After we did the first phase, we did a second one. This one, we're going to do 3 t-shirts. 3. We're going to have 3 phases to this. We're going to finish this phase 1. Then we go into phase 2. And then that list of names will be added for the people that didn't make it in phase 1. We'll add them to the t-shirt. Is your name, can you imagine if you're part of all 3? Is the Tanakh and Pentateuch the same? Is one in Hebrew and the other in Greek? No, you don't. Nothing in Greek matters. 0. We don't even deal with the Greek servant of Yahuwah. Like, it's just nonsense. All right. Our mission is to unveil the true word of Yahuwah by correcting the thousands of inaccuracies present in current translations of the Old Testament across all languages. See, once we get the English straight, we can take it in all other languages. Because all these other languages, French, you got Spanish, you got Russian, all these other languages that have the Bibles, quote, Bible scriptures, every one of them primarily are derived off of the English version, which is ran by the King James. Okay? So we're like, no. We know that the original language of the Tanakh for a fact is Hebrew, Abari. So these inaccuracies stem from the reliance on the flawed Masoretic text. Now, this is important. The Masoretes, they introduced a misleading vowel pointing system between the 7th and the 10th centuries Common Era, or what they would call AD. All right? These alterations diverted worship away from Yahuwah's name. That's it. That's what they're all about. That's what they're about. So think about it. Look, you're talking about all these years later, hundreds of years later, they come up with a vowel pointing system. You don't see any vowel points on the Dead Sea Scrolls. I know they hated for those Dead Sea Scrolls to be found. I know they hated it. Now, why you see so many people having issues when it comes to the name Yahuwah? It's because of vowel points. You'll see different videos and they'll say so look at, this is very easy. Yahuwah's name is 4 Hebrew vowels. Yud, Hey, Uah, Hey. Now these vowels are always pronounced the same. Y, y. So the Yud is like a y. So if you can imagine the I-Y sound together, yeah. Well, we get like yellow. Even when you say yellow, you'll notice that you're saying a high-pitched I sound with that Y sound. Watch, yellow, ye. So that vowel always sounds the same, no matter where it comes up in a word. Always. The vowel points say, well, if a word has a letter this way, then after that way, it changes the sound. That's the lie from the pit of hell. And I love the Spanish language because the Spanish language, every vowel is always pronounced the same. In the English language, vowels change pronunciation, right? An A could be like A or ah. It's all over the board. But in Spanish, the letter A is always pronounced ah. The letter I in Spanish is always pronounced E. Hebrew's the same way. Hebrew's the same way. So a yud is always pronounced yit. That's why we go Yahuwah, right? A hey, this is a big one. The second letter, hey, is always pronounced ah, like A-H. Ah, ah, always. An is always pronounced ooh. It's elongated. That's why some people say it's a double U, because it's elongated U. Ooh. Yahuwah. So you got Yud, I, Hey, Ah, Ah. No question. A third grader can understand that. Simple. So what we're doing with the Tanakh translation is we're blowing it out the water. We're sitting here giving you a translation that's never, ever, ever affected by any vowel pointing. So, and then we're going to turn around and put up the basics of Hebrew class out after we finish all translations, to where the world can now understand real Hebrew. And I'm going to tell you, when we got that, we're going to really flip the world upside down. Because everybody gets so much credence to people who teach modern Hebrew, and it's a joke. And we're going to expose it. That's why y'all got to pray for your brother, because a lot of people hate me, because I'm exposing this stuff. But nobody can touch me without Yahuwah's permission. Nobody can touch you without Yahuwah's permission when you are immersed in his name. Now, you understand that's the first reason why we got to do this project. At Promote the Truth, we are dedicated to restoring the scriptures to their original purity, starting with translations into English. That's all we got to do. We nail English down, everything else is going to fall in line. Using the oldest, most reliable manuscripts, such as the Dead Sea Scrolls and the Torah Shemarite. That's the Samaritan Pentateuch. All right? In Hebrew, by the way. Not no Greek version. Hebrew. That's why you see we got the words right. Shemarite, not Pentateuch. That's a Greek word. We aim to provide every true believer with access to the unaltered word of Yahuwah. Who wants the unaltered word of Yahuwah? Huh? Now watch how we do this. I don't know anybody else has put it together like this. With this, we can now properly translate from the Leningrad Codex. Why is that important? Because we got the complete Tanakh in the Leningrad Codex. But you got to know how to deal with the Dead Sea Scrolls and the Torah Shemarite in order to knock out all those vowel points in the Leningrad Codex, the Aleppo Codex, and the Codex Corinthus. This is important. Okay. With the True Scriptures Berit Hadash now, so we're going to knock out the Tanakh now. But we still got to blow a hole in this world's thought process with the Berit Hadash. We can't let the foot off the gas of promoting this, because the battleground, believe it or not, is in the New Testament, the Berit Hadash. So what we're doing now that is complete, we are exposing the Greek-based translation errors that have misled many for centuries. Billions of people. We got to change that word to billions. We believe our New Testament translation, Berit Hadash, is the most accurate in the world, which feels very strong about that. Your support will help shine a light on Yahuwah's true word, bringing clarity and truth to a world in desperate need of it. Would you agree? Absolutely. Now it runs through not 9:30. We changed it to what? 10:15, because we were at Sukkot for almost 2 weeks. So we're like, hey, we got to add a couple of weeks onto this because everybody was traveling, everybody was out. And it's You are so much into just taking care of the basics every day when you're in those tents. You can't hardly do anything else. You got spotty internet for most people. So we said, look, let's add a couple of weeks onto it. And this is available. We have exclusive items that have Yahuwah's name all over it, by the way, that are available for those who want to help get this project done faster. So you remember we had a goal about a month ago, we did another telethon. We literally have these projects, and we are bringing team members on, and we're paying for advertisements like crazy. We are now probably around 60% where we should be. We had got up to around 80. Then, we all went to Sukkot. So then the funding slowed up. Do y'all want to get this thing ramped up faster? Or do y'all want to move it into, y'all want the Tanakh to be done in the spring? Or you wanted to push into the summer or the fall of next year? This all revolves around the resources to keep people humming. That's just a fact. And it's completely voluntary. You want to do it? Great. You don't want to do it? Great. We're going to go with it based upon the sheep of Yahuwah who are being called, who are going, and some of y'all got incredible resources to go, look, I can fund a gang of this. And then some of you go, well, I'll give what I got. But if everybody did what the best they could, we ramp this thing up to another level fast. So that's on you. Once the project is completed, people will be able to purchase just the translated book if they want. So some people go, I don't want to do $300 just get a book and some shirts. No. You're supporting the project getting done faster. You can wait until it's done, just like now with the Brit Hadash. You can go to truescriptures.store and you can purchase that individually, and you don't have to support the campaign. It's up to you. This is for people who understand Yahuwah's call. That's it. These support packages are exclusively for those who want to collaborate. Now you become a collaborator to be part of the restoration of Yahuwah's true word. So when you join us in this, when you see these books go out to the world, now you literally say, I help bring that to life. That goes with your generations. That's for your kids' legacy, your grandkids. You say, I'm the one that helped bring that to life. And all of you know who you are. Hey, all of you who contributed to the last campaign, say, I helped bring the Brit Hadash to life. Put it in the chat. If you are a supporter, just say, I'm one of the people that helped bring it to life faster. You supported the whole thing. Okay? With your support, we expect to launch the True Scriptures Tanakh around 3/31/2025, around the spring 2025. Okay? So what are the packages? The first one is an opal package, and we give you different items in there because we like, if you can give some support, we can work with our suppliers. We can get some cool t-shirts. We can get all kind of different things with Yahuwah's name on it. So while you're supporting, now you can also be expanding Yahuwah's name through edifying and promoting his name with these merchandise. But here's the big one, that first one. This is what you're gonna set yourself apart. If you are an Opal Pack qualifier, that means $300. Now you can do it one time. What I love about our campaign is this one started on July the 1st. Whatever you contributed from July 1st till we finish this campaign, which is in the spring 2025, you can take all that time to get up to $300. And then you're going to receive a beautifully bound True Scriptures hardcover, professionally stamped copy of the Tanakh Old Testament upon completion of the project. Now, for example, we had less than 400 people get this hardcover, Brit Hadash. Less than 400. We will never make any more of these special editions, ever. So these will become collector's items. And the monetary value on these, as the word expands, is going to go through the roof, I predict. I'm just predicting they're going to go through the roof. That's just my belief. I believe one day that these less than 400 books, I'm just going to say this is what I believe. I believe they will be worth thousands and thousands of dollars. Thousands. Because you can't get any more. And then everybody's going to be wondering, how did this get here? And these 400 people, or less than 400 people, are going to say, I'm the one to help you get here. And I got this copy. So y'all want to take great care of that copy, okay? Now, if you want to order the soft cover, you can order as many soft covers as you want. TruthScriptures.store. But that Tanakh is going to be the same way. There's going to be a limited amount of people who got to at least Opal package qualified. They're going to get that professionally stamped. They're also going to receive a special edition. We're not going to make these specific 10 Commandments canvases for anybody else. These specific ones won't be for sale ever again. They will only go to Opal package qualifiers and above. You'll also receive a special long sleeve t-shirt with all the Tanakh package supporters' names on the back of the t-shirt. So, for example, let me put this up with the, for example, you know, Monica said, mine's not for sale. That's awesome. All right. Let me show you like an example of the Brit Hadash t-shirt. It's good for y'all to get a visual. It's especially for the newer people that are learning to join the campaign. So I'm gonna put that up here on the screen. So you see that? All right. So it's gonna be a long sleeve shirt, but all the names of the supporters go on the back. I think that was the first round of supporters on the cutoff for the Brit Hadash, that we went from November the 9th to December 31st, and we cut it off like we're going to do now on the 15th. So up to y'all. If you want your name on the back of that t-shirt, got it? All right, it's going to look like that. You're also going to get a personal digital certificate of appreciation for our Opal package. Now, I'm going to be naming probably today, no later than tomorrow. I'm going to be naming, here's who's currently at what levels. Here's who's at the Opal as of right now if it stops, so everybody can be sure where you're at, and then you can shoot for higher if you want to. You also get free access to the Truth Scriptures digital collection platform. That's over $200 value. So right now, you can go in and you can get certain books in the Tanakh. Like we got Bereshit in there right now, which is 50 chapters of Genesis. So you don't have to wait for the Tanakh to come out. If your Opal package qualified, you're going to get an email from the team. As soon as they see you're qualified, and if you hadn't got that email and your Opal package qualified, send an email to info@promotethetruth.com, and then they'll send you access to that. Don't give that to anybody else, but you can start reading. You're going to be tripped out to see how powerful that is, okay? So that's Opal package. Now you can graduate yourself up to more merchandise, more benefits. Yeah. Russ, your accumulation is going to go all the way until the Tanakh is finished. It's just, are you going to be on that t-shirt, that first cutoff t-shirt? So everybody's Opal package qualified by the 15th of October. Sometime within the month, you're going to start seeing these t-shirts get mailed out with the list of everybody who's qualified up till then. Then we'll do the second phase, but you just keep on accumulating from July 1st till the campaign's over. Hey, is Brother William back in here? Let me get through these packages, Brother William, then I'll try to bring you in. See if he's straight. All right, now you can also accumulate your way up to, let's go to this kind of give you an idea of what it looks like. The t-shirt's going to be a different color, going to have this beautiful blue t-shirt, all the names on the back. You can see the Tanakh there. You can see the beautiful canvas that will only be made for these supporters. And then we've got our Topaz pack. That's $500. And again, once you hit 300, you can just keep contributing all the way up to 500. You get everything that's in the Opal package. Then you also get a beautiful PTT Yahuwah exclusive design picnic blanket. Now, if you go over on Facebook, you can see Brother Daniel. I saw he took his picnic blanket, put it on the side. It's big. He put it on the side of his car. It's a great witnessing tool out at the park, or you hang it up. It's a great banner. All right. So you get that. Plus, you get 5 additional books, access to the True Scriptures digital collection. So without it, the Opal package, you got around 10 books. If you get the Topaz package, you're going to have access to around 15 books. We're going to be loading more books soon. Then you get VIP access to 2 retreats. Our December virtual retreat, but we have one coming up very soon, I think sometime at the end of this month or in November. We have another virtual retreat. We're going to go over all the 6 pillars. Now, that's about $200 value. You're getting that for free. So you're going to get, so it's actually going to be about $400 because it's $200 each. You're going to get that. Bam. You'll have access to both of those as long as you get to the Topaz pack. And then you got, and I love like the design team inside of Promote the Truth. Oh yeah, you got your sports bottles in there with Yahuwah's name on it, putting I believe first, all that good stuff. I love this. Beautiful designs. Now, if you get up to the Emerald package, that's $1,000. This is a very unique spot to get to because you get everything in the first 2 packages. Plus, you're going to be the one to get the first access, and they're getting close to being done with the True Scriptures app. So you're not going to have to pay for the app. So you'll be able to get the True Scriptures right on your phone as well, on iOS or Android. Now, the big one, you get the first right of opportunity to participate in our limited space PTT in-person full True Scriptures VIP celebration launch retreat scheduled for the summer of 2025. As soon as you hit Emerald Pack and you want to go, you got to have a passport. You got to be willing to travel, right? Got to take care of your accommodations. Food, we take care of all the food. Once you get here, ask the team that was at Saku. We take care of all the food. You just get here to Colombia, this beautiful island. You're going to love it. We got to take a boat, like a 30, 40-minute ride to get out to this island. It's crazy. Then you got first. Now, as soon as you hit Emerald, if you're coming, send an email to info@promotethetruth.com and say, reserve my spot. Do not send an email unless you're for sure going to come. Don't come back saying later, oh, I got this come up, that come up. That's not somebody that follows Yahuwah. You got to be a person of your word no matter what, because you can take somebody else's slot away. All right? Got it. You're also going to get access to an Emerald and Above virtual Q&A session, luxury duffel bag, a large one, an extra larger sipping 15-ounce coffee mug is cool, man. You got more stuff to promote Yahuwah's name. See, you see how everything's starting to stack up with the duffel bags and all that other good stuff in the app. And then you got your Sapphire pack. That's $2,500. What I love about this, because some of y'all missed getting the hardcover Berit Hadash. Some of y'all missed it. This is an opportunity to get we're going to have another hardcover Berit Hadash come out on the completion of the project. So if you get the Sapphire, you're going to get the 3-part hardcover series. These are going to be collector's items. There's going to be 3 different books. There's going to be the Tanakh standalone. There's going to be the new colored, so it won't be black. It'll be a different color Berit Hadash. All of these will be stamped, and then you're going to have the combined Tanakh, Berit Hadash together. All 3 professionally stamped. Come on, fam. Come on. And some of y'all going to get 2 sets of this because y'all qualified in the first campaign. So this is going to be fire. Because this is going to get talked about forever. And people are going to be sitting around going, there's only that limited amount of people that's got those? Yes. We want the value for Yahuwah to go through the roof. And this is going to help do it. All right. And now you also get this beautiful PTT beach towel. It's humongous. Got Yahuwah's name spread right across and it stands out. I think it's like a turquoise color. Then you're going to get the Bluetooth speaker. People are like, what is that? It's a PTT. It's got Yahuwah's name on it. Then you're going to get a part in the documentary that we're creating for this whole project. And you get a little small spot in there to talk about just a testimonial about what this meant to you. And now that goes for the rest of the world. And we're going to do our best to push this on the Netflix or something like that. A Roku, we're going to be pushing hard to get it on there. All right? What else is going on? This is kind of showing you all. Look at that beach towel off the hook. All these goodies come in that package. And then we got people these are like the tithers. We got people that tithe and offer, and they're very consistent, like Daniel Libby, like my man Robert Palsy over in Budapest. They've already hit Purple Diamond. They're going to get 3 sets. 3 Tanakhs, 3 Beretta Dashes, 3 combined, 3 sets. They get gobs more of we just turn up everything. They're getting the polo shirts thrown in there, hats thrown in there, right? So and everything else, they get way more of it. But these are like your tithers. So don't even be thinking about Purple Diamond unless you're like, I understood it. Now we had one person said, hey, they started right at Purple Diamond. Last telethon we did, somebody started at Purple Diamond. That's up to them. Some people got the means. What else you doing with money anyway? That's what I love about what we're doing. The documentary, you're going to get a longer a part in the documentary. And here's the key. You're going to get 2 one-hour private Zoom sessions with me. And this is going to be a scholar Zoom session. I'm going to take you behind the scenes of showing you from a scholarly standpoint. So this is going to be very deep. Get 2 1 hours of those. Those that hit Purple Diamond. Pretty cool. Now, how can you contribute? Again, this is like a picture of all the different items coming out. Great job, team, with the design. But you can accumulate your way there. You can do 100 here, a little 100 there. Long as you by the 15th is the first cutoff, where everybody's at, who's going on that first t-shirt. Got that? You can use credit card, debit card, PayPal, Apple Pay, Google Pay, crypto stocks over at tsinfo.org or tsntot.org, either one. You go over there and you just utilize any of those means. Or if you need to use Cash App, Venmo, or Zelle, you just send an email to info@promotethetruth.com. Once you send that email in, the staff will send you back the instructions on how to contribute there, and then they will manually put you into the donor box system. So that is our packages, and everybody should be going for it. In my opinion, everybody should be going for it. Speaking of going for it, let me just check and see, my man. Can you hear me, William?
I can hear you. Can you hear me now?
I hear you great. Look at you.
Yahuwah! Sorry about earlier. I'm not too clued up on all this PC stuff. And I was trying to use my phone and everything, but
all right, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Brother William's in the building.
Love your family. How are you as well? I miss you all so much.
I got to meet you and hug you down in Colombia. I mean, what was that like, us getting to spend time together?
I met the greatest human being I've ever met. And your family, I love and loyal you forever. It was amazing. The best time. That's why I won't keep you here, because I was supposed to be on earlier. But wow, what love we had for each other is amazing. Amazing. Even when we got to
what stood out to you the most, William? So we were there for 9 days together. You came all the way from Northern Ireland to how long did it take you to get to Colombia, by the way? Flight.
Wow, it took me a long time. I was flying from, see, on the way home, I left Colombia at 6 o'clock in the morning, as you know. And I got home on Friday night at 10 o'clock.
So you left at 6 o'clock in the morning on Thursday or Wednesday?
No, Thursday morning.
Okay, so Thursday morning at 6 o'clock, and you got home at 10 p.m. the next day.
10 p.m. the next day.
What made you have that much commitment to be in there, and what did you experience? Go in deep. There's a lot of new people.
I would have, if I had to travel for 6 days or 10 days to get to see everybody there, I would have done it. The experience I had to meet everybody with the love of Yahuwah, and to walk around the camp, like Sister Yamani said earlier, we amazed everybody that was around us. And even we went into the town with Brother Brandon, and thank Yahuwah he was with, because he was our translator when Lena wasn't around. He was the translator to help us down there. But we shocked everybody. We amazed everybody. We had this impact on everybody. In actual fact, El nombre de Creador no es Dios, es Yahuwah.
Oh, look at that Spanish.
And
What he
you
just
know,
said, the name of the creator is not God, is Yahuwah. That's what he just said in Spanish.
hallelujah. That's thanks to Lena. She taught me that there.
Okay, so when you were saying that, what was the response of the people? So y'all went into the town witnessing.
We did.
Talk about that, brother. Tell them what happened.
Wow, it was amazing because obviously everywhere we went, there was crosses and there was even statues of the Mary and all this stuff. So there must have been a lot of Catholics around. So thanks to Brother Brandon as well, because he was also doing a lot of the talking. And so, but the people were amazed, and I'm sure we had
any of those stories stand out to you that when y'all were witnessing it? So Brandon Tello, he's fluent in Spanish. That's what Brother William's talking about. Is there any story that you can think about that stood out to you when you were witnessing?
Wow. Well, just basically the people's faces when we told them about, because they didn't have any idea at first of, obviously they all were thinking about Dios and, Jesus. So the shock in their faces and, and especially what got to me was they were looking at us because there was a pack of us walking around, handing out leaflets and talking, and they all were looking at us going on the street to go, wow, who are these people? Because they don't obviously see that very often, especially when a lot of them came up to me because I got burnt and they were trying to offer me some cream and stuff for my face and stuff like that. So who are these strange people walking around giving us the truth of Yahuwah? And you know what amazed me? When we first got to the airport, when nobody knew each other, we only knew each other from the Zoom calls and stuff like that. But when we got to the airport in Cali and we got on the buses, everybody, it was like we had known each other for years,
Right.
and
like y'all known each other for years?
No, that's the first time we've met, and actually,
Y'all had never, so you make sure all the new people know this. We just do these Zooms. People come in. We do gatherings. Y'all had never met each other personally.
We had never ever met personally, ever. We flew out from all different places of the world, and when we met each other, it was like we had been together forever. We were like one family. We all came together as one. And you know what? When we first got to Cali, I was there the night before, and I stayed in the hotel. And Brother Larry and me went for a walk in the morning, and we were on a top story. And we looked down, and we seen Brother Daniel and Brother Robert. So I shouted down, Yahuwah! And they looked up, and they shouted, Yahuwah! And then the next thing, Brother Ryan, he was on the other side of the airport, and he heard that, and then he stood up and was, Yahuwah! So Yahuwah's name was echoing all throughout the airport.
So y'all didn't know each other, but all of a sudden they look familiar from the Zooms and from the lives. So you shouted out Yahuwah, and that call, people started shouting it back out?
Yeah, 100%.
And that brought y'all together?
We were like karaoke shouting each other, but Yahuwah, Yahuwah, Yahuwah. It was amazing. And what Yahuwah done as well, when I sat in the bus next to my sister, Juanita, and she's a vegetarian. So, hey, I sat next to her, and we made a deal from then that whatever meat she got, I got her meat, and I gave her my vegetables.
That was just too good, man. This is okay. So now, what did you experience? Before I let you get out of it, what did you experience from the teachings, hands-on, that I was giving y'all while y'all were there?
What did I experience from the teachings? It's like I experienced from every teaching you give. Actually, even now, my whole body is like shaking with, and I don't think there's any words. I think, like you said, when you anointed us with the oil, we will never be the same again. And you know what? When I came home and I seen my family, this side of the world, they all like looked at me, you know, you've changed, Dad. And, you know, there's certain things that I'm doing that's completely, you know, obviously there's Halloween and all that coming up and all this, you know, and I'm trying to explain to everybody, and I'm going into I've got the brochures and all done. I'm going into Belfast here very soon in the next day or two to go do some. So I'm completely changed in every aspect. So every time you teach, Brother Jay, I'm lost for words, really and truly.
Okay, hold on. And then I started immersing people, and I looked up, and all of a sudden I saw your big. Now he's big, he's tall. I saw you walking out in that water. What was that experience like, brother? Tell everybody about your immersion.
Wow, what a feeling. What was it you said to me? I'd have to go into a little bit deeper water here for him.
How to go out deeper.
I think everybody that got immersed was so honored to be immersed by you. And even the people I seen, Brother Joe had written earlier that I hope that I can get immersed one day by Brother Jay. It was a feeling that we're so honored because, you know, I don't even know if you were going to do that or what, but it just happened. And I think everybody, when they were sitting watching you and you were immersing your father, that they were all going, oh, wow, how lucky is he? And the next thing, like you said, everybody was jumping down to come get immersed by you. Amazing.
Hey, we're going to be doing more immersion. I'll be doing another round in the summer, 2025. So if anybody wants to experience that in the beautiful, we're going to do that one in the ocean, by the way. So that will happen in the ocean, beautiful Colombia. So it's going to be off the chart. Hey, by the way, people have all these conceptions about Colombia. Tell people about Colombia. Did it shock you, surprise you?
Yes, indeed. I think everybody, my family was saying to me, oh, make sure you get a tracking device, and because, you know, you're going to get kidnapped and you're going to, you know, stuff like that. Completely opposite. The people are so friendly. The place is beautiful. And, you know, even the prices of everything were very, very, very good. Yeah. So I recommend everybody get your package up to Emerald, so everybody can get to Colombia next year.
Are you coming back next year? You coming back for the celebration?
I would love to be there. What dates is it going to be? Is it going to be the same dates?
Sometime in June next year. This is going to be the celebration in the summer. This means the Tanakh is complete. The Brit Adash, of course, is complete, and the combined. So we're celebrating the completion of the project.
Wow, what a party that's going to be.
That's going to be a serious party. We have the film crew out there. You know how we do it. So, hey, any parting words you want to give to the world?
Gosh, well, everybody, just go on to Promote the Truth and go on to TSNT and support the project with all your heart and get the word spread. As Brother Benjamin said, plant the seed, and let's get the word of Yahuwah out into the world.
That's right.
Hallelujah. I love you, brother.
Love you, brother. All you got. Y'all put some fire emojis in the chat for our brother. Put some fire emojis in the chat.
Love you, God. Thank you, Sister Lena, for all your hard work. Really and truly.
Hey, she's a gem. Hey, that man there is priceless. If y'all met him, he's like a big old teddy bear, full of love, just full of passion for Yahuwah. It's crazy. It's like all of us knew each other forever. So you can't fake real love, by the way. Can't fake it. You can't, and you will never, ever, you never can shake real love. See, once you felt that real love, you ain't going to be able to shake it. So you just got to experience this. If we have any live events at any time, you got to get there. Because, man, I'm doing a couple of things, and I don't know when we'll do another one. So this summer, 2025, is critical because I don't know when I'll do another. I'm pushing myself to the max here. And I can still feel as I'm getting into the Tanakh translation, I can still feel that push from the Brit Adash. It's taking every inch of me I got to get this done. It's requiring supernatural energy from Yahuwah to do it, because my mind's got to be on point, because everything's going to be tested over the years. So listen, everybody get over to tsinfo.com. We need your support. We're asking for your support. Everybody understand the assignment. Y'all know what to do. Just get over there, do the best you can do, and think. Again, I'm going to be doing a roll call when we get back for the 2 p.m. We're going to start about 2:15. Listen, everybody you got to think from first fruits. Somebody step up and go, you know what? I'm gonna let Yahuwah know that on this campaign, I hear the call going out. I'm thinking about how do I designate tithes and offerings and really get my finances lined up with Yahuwah so that I can have his favor over my finances. Stop these holes in my sack. No more holes in your sack. You're gonna plug it up and allow you to expand. I'm gonna see y'all back here about 2:15. I love y'all with all I got. It's been a great launch to the telethon. We know that Yahuwah is all races. We know that Yahuwah is you and he's me. Go look in the mirror. That's who Yahuwah is. See y'all back here about 2:15. Love you.